Hey, so I know this is a Venom Let There Be Carnage stream, but I just gotta say, did y'all watch that WrestleMania 40 kickoff show? The Rock freaking slapped Cody Rhodes? Man, it's some crazy
She
shit!
man, she man, I pissed on myself. It was like all through my legs. I was like, oh my god, I was shocked. Even though I heard about parts of it though. I was just in the mood.
Mm, fake fan, fake fan.
Oh yeah.
Even though I would much rather be talking about wrestling. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Dial, and this is another edition of my life. And today we are continuing on talking about the Sony universe, the non-Spider-Man Spider-Verse, the Sony Picture universe of Marvel characters.
Or they like to call it spunk.
Such a dumb name. So Madam Web is coming out on Valentine's Day, Blue Jay's birthday.
Lovely.
So yeah, we're we talking about the Venom movies and Morbius before it comes out, and we will give you our thoughts on Madam Web when it comes out as well. Uh, we've already talked about the first Venom. If you haven't seen that stream, check out our channel or check out my channel. Yeah, it's up there. You guys can watch it. But today we are continuing on and talking about the second installment, the direct sequel to the 2018 Venom. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And joining with me today, as I already said, is Blue Jay once again.
Howdy do, everybody. I'm excited to talk about this masterpiece of a film. I'm saving the fake hype when Minor Web comes out.
Yeah, as is everyone, man. Because we're just so hyped to see this Madam Web, bruh. It's gonna break the
oh,
box office. It's gonna be 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
oh my god, it's unlike any other Marvel movie. It's generally refreshing to see a superhero movie that's really different, according,
Absolutely.
according to the cast.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, this is the what. Watch out, Deadpool 3. This might be the kicker. This might have a run for your money.
Yeah, look out, man. Look out. Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. Where,
Oh,
man?
be damned.
Get out of
Goodness.
here, man.
You ain't gonna see how that Bob Marley movie. Madam Web is where it's at, man. It's gonna make Black Panther money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, $200 million opening. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
Uh, yeah. Darkness Under the Wind was supposed to join us, but he's not here. Traitor. We'll see if he comes in. I don't. He's probably late, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to him, but you know, glad Blue Jay came. Somebody's going to talk about this piece of crap with me, but let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about Venom Let There Be Carnage. And as always, we have to remind the viewers out there this is a spoiler filled discussion. If you didn't read the title properly, we're going to talk about this film as if you were one of those poor, unfortunate souls that went and saw this. So if you haven't seen Venom Let There Be Carnage, you don't want to know anything about it, go watch it somewhere. It's on, you can VOD it. I don't see it
Wait,
streaming anywhere.
wait. I have a question. So, I should be categorized as the rich, fortunate souls that saw this movie.
I guess that's what we're the rich, fortunate souls that saw this amazing movie.
Oh
But
man.
anyway, you've been warned. So, you guys saw our review for the first Venom. I didn't like it very much. I didn't like it. I thought it was just surface level mimicry of the Venom character. everyone is just, loving this movie because, oh, Venom looks more like he does in the comics. And Tom Hardy is quote unquote better than Topher Grace.
Well,
Great.
well, I mean, from the story perspective, it's not really the same story as like the traditional Eddie Brock stuff. But I don't really the story wise is not the same. I mean, I don't know where they getting that from, but okay, he's I guess Tom Hardy's beefier than Topher Grace in a way.
Sure, but
But he's not like a jock, or he's just like this. He's like this bumbling loser. Like my wigs, they were broken. No, they're not.
it's like, I lost my job, man. I lost my girlfriend, man. Yeah, great portrayal of Eddie Brock. But yeah, no, I didn't like Tom Hardy in that. There's not very much that I liked from it. I mean, there's some cool action set pieces here and there. Um, but no, it wasn't for me, man. But apparently, the movie was for a lot of people because this movie ended up making $800 million. $800 million. The first Venom made.
Hey, hey, every movie, hey, I root for any movie for success. Hey, good for you, Sony, man. Hey, you made money. You made
This
money.
is one of the few instances where I'm rooting for Sony's downfall. I want this Sonyverse to die so badly. This is the one cinematic universe I cannot stand that it's continuing. The fact that Universal can't get their shit together with the Universal monsters, but this stupid Sonyverse is continuing to thrive, it's really making me mad. It's really making me angry. But
Well,
I'm
hey,
I'm getting
well,
ahead
hey,
of myself.
on the bright side, hey, you're be glad Sony's around because we got Spider Verse. We got one more movie coming out, and I think they're making the Spider Gwen movie. Come on, I mean, well, that's Sony Animation because more they're competent now. They're one of the best studios out there as of right now.
So yeah, like why can't we get a Sony animation? Like, can we get a Spider Verse? Like not this Spider Verse, but like the animated Spider Verse universe. Why can't they do that? Like do spin-offs of that? But no, we're getting these Spider-Man characters without Spider-Man involved, and they suck. So since the first movie was a success financially, then of course they're going to greenlight a second film. And from what they were teasing from the first Venom movie, we were going to get Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage. And for some reason, everybody was excited to see this. And I was just like, no, no. Because that mid credit scene of the first Venom movie was so bad. So bad.
That
Like,
Ronald McDonald's ass wig that he had.
man, it's what were they thinking, man? I just can't, man. And when I get out of here, there's gonna be carnage. So freaking dumb.
I
So
saw
dumb.
I saw clips of that. I think I took I saw clips of that. Uh, from these also artist reactions when the movie first dropped. It's just like, oh shit. I'm like, oh okay, cool.
And it's like, oh, okay, all right. So yeah, Carnage. So as far as Carnage, like, it's a similar feeling to how I felt about Venom from the comics. Um, he has this cool. I think there's some more interesting things as far as like the backstory. I think there's more to chew on than Eddie Brock, because Cletus Cassidy is a serial killer, and just the creation of Carnage from Venom, like he's actually made from blood mixed with a symbiote. That's actually kind of sick. That's actually pretty cool. And like he's more hardcore than Venom. So that's pretty sweet. But even still, like I don't consider Carnage to be one of Spider-Man's best villains. I don't. It's like he's just an extension of Venom, and it's just like I don't know. It's whatever. But everyone for some reason thought that they were going to get Carnage right in this movie. I don't know why, because first of all, people were expecting this movie to be rated R, and I'm like, why would they make it rated R? Because you gave the first movie, which was a PG-13 Venom film, you gave that movie $800 million. So they will most likely look at that and be like, oh, we can get away with a PG-13 Venom. So that means we can do the exact same thing for Carnage. So no, I was not expecting them to do rated R. Should they have made rated R? Absolutely, because Carnage kills people like in the most like gruesome way possible. Cletus Cassidy is a serial killer, but yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do it. But
I agree. I agree because I wasn't thinking it was gonna be rated R. I wouldn't like it to be rated R because we're talking Carnage. But I mean, you would think that after movies like when this movie came out, like 2021, we had like the Suicide Squad. There was Deadpool, Logan, Birds of Prey. I mean, those are R-rated. Those are R-rated comic book films that have came out, and some are more successful, some failed, but but most of them are pretty decent. They're pretty good, and or at the very least decent. They would have been like, okay, we got Carnage, let's make this R-rated so we can kill him the most gruesome, brutal way possible. But they chose not to do that, which I mean, it is to be expected, but that's whatever.
yeah, so I don't know, man. It's just I'm just throwing my hands up in the air at this point. Like I got something stupid the first time, so I guess my expectations were a little bit better going in because I know what to expect. Um, so for this movie, the Ruben Fleischer didn't come back to direct this. Instead, they got, surprisingly enough, Andy Serkis to direct this movie, which I love me some Andy Serkis. I think he's absolutely great. He's actually one of my favorite actors,
Me
and
too.
yeah, he's absolutely great. And he's like one of the best actors today that is continuously being snubbed for winning any Oscars. I just, it blows my mind that they have not given this man an Oscar at this point. With the work that he's done over the past few years, like Gollum, King Kong, Snoke. He was in the Batman as Alfred. The list goes on and on and on. Caesar in the Planet of the Apes movies. Like, this man has done incredible work. Like, this man deserves all the Oscars, but I can't believe he hasn't won one yet. But anyway, he's a decent director as well. The only thing I've seen him direct was the Netflix Mowgli movie, which I thought that was pretty good, pretty solid. That was pretty good.
I haven't seen that one. I think I remember my mom called me and she I think she was confused because she thought it was the 2016 Jungle Book film. Then she watched this one and it's a lot more brutal and dark. I was like, wait, what's this one?
Right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that confusing some people in there. So that's probably the only bit of optimism that I kind of have for this film because like Andy Serkis was behind it, so maybe the quality would improve a little bit. Because the trailers weren't doing it for me either. Once again, the trailers were just like meh. Carnage looked kind of cool, I guess, but that's about it. They improved Woody Harrelson's wig, so that's good there. Um, and we're getting Shriek. Okay, Shriek's in this, sure. So I was just going in hoping that it wouldn't be a complete train wreck, and walking out of it, it was a train wreck. um, I only saw this movie once, in the theater. So this is the first time I'm actually rewatching this film for this review. And whoa, this movie is bad. It is so bad. This is absolute trash. But I am not surprised at the slightest. I saw the writing on the wall from the very beginning, man. And it's just what's really surprising about this movie is people walking out of it being so shocked that it was bad. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe they messed this up, man. How could they mess up Carnage, bruh? I can't believe this happened. Really? Really? Like, I'm gonna call out some people. Like, I'm tired of being nice because I said this before. I said this in the first movie review. You let them get away with this bullshit, they're gonna keep giving you bullshit. The first movie was dumb. It was dumb. And y'all pretending that it wasn't dumb, y'all are coping so freaking hard. Of
Okay,
course,
shit.
it was going to get dumber in the second film. Of course it was. All the silly antics you saw in the first movie that you thought was okay, you thought they weren't going to amp it up to an 11 in the second film? Of course. Yeah. The banter between Eddie and Venom, it is stupid in this movie. Yes, they are arguing like they are some sort of cranky married couple. It was absolutely dumb. They're fighting in his apartment. It was stupid. Venom making breakfast for Eddie, stupid. Venom running away and going to a freaking nightclub, stupid. It's all dumb. But I expected that because the first movie was dumb. So of course they're going to make it even more dumb in this movie. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that Andy Serkis. Why did they even get Andy Serkis to do this movie in the first place? It felt like anybody could have directed this film. It felt like he was a director for hire. Like, wasted his talents completely. The one thing I appreciate is that this movie is mercifully shorter than the first film. It's like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, like an hour and 37 minutes. I was like, that's pretty unusual for a superhero film, but I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of a breath of fresh air because, I'm tired of watching 2.5 hour films that overstay their welcome, Argyle, or whatever. I always think of freaking Dark Knight Rises like 2 hours and 45 minutes. I was like, Jesus Christ, this movie was a drag. God.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get Venom till like an hour into the movie. So great, guys, so great. But yeah, man, like this movie is just as dumb, if not dumber, than the first movie. Once again, Eddie Brock getting himself in trouble. All this, yeah, he's causing everything himself. Like, I don't feel bad for him at all. Eddie Brock is a terrible character. He's so bad. I don't understand why people think he's such an improvement from Topher Grace. He's not. He's really not. Woody Harrelson, bless his soul, he is doing the best he can with this garbage material. He's trying to make Cletus Cassidy an entertaining, over-the-top villain. He's probably one of the few saving graces, but he's not good at this either. He's really not. And like I said, like, they improved his wig. They did, but they somehow messed it up again when they gave him the haircut on the sides. His wig looks dumb again. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, finally, somebody wants to come into the stream. Joining with us again, we have Darkness Under the Wind. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. But you couldn't help but listen in on what you were saying about the current thing we're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm not done yet. I'm not freaking done yet.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
But yeah, Carnage, okay, sure. For the few moments he was in it, he had some cool action set pieces. Does he look cool? Yes, he looks like Carnage. Sure, even though he's not supposed to be bigger than Venom. I don't understand that. He's towering over Venom. But like that's not supposed to be, but okay, sure. But it was clear that this movie should have been rated R because especially there's just certain deaths, there's certain kills that Carnage has in the film that's very brutal and there's no blood at all. But like, okay, sure. Shriek, waste. Just a freaking waste. Now they're doing this whole distant lovers story between Cletus and Shriek that I could give two shits about.
That was literally pointless. It added nothing.
Nothing at all. And of course, like, how's that even going to work? Because she has the super screech, and it's like, Carnage is one of his weaknesses is loud noises. So I knew it was going to go downhill. I knew that they were going to, break apart at that point. So it's like, no. And then once again, Michelle Williams. Why is she in this movie? Don't care about the romance between her and Eddie Brock either. Waste of time. The doctor in this, stupid. Mrs. Chang, pointless. Like, this movie's so freaking dumb. I don't know what y'all were expecting. Were you guys really expecting this movie to be great? I don't understand you. Everybody wants to trash on this movie, which deservedly so, but they want to pretend like the first movie was so good. That was a good launching point for them to do good Venom movies and good Sonyverse movies. Y'all are coping so freaking hard, and because of this, we get more shit down the line. We got a Morbius film that was garbage. I'm pretty sure this Madam Web film is going to be garbage. I'm pretty sure this Craven film is going to be garbage. And whenever they want to do this El Muerto and this Hypno Hustler bullshit, it's going to be garbage. Venom 3, when it eventually comes out this year, it's going to be garbage. So yeah, that's my truncated thoughts on Let There Be Carnage. Let's go to you, Blue Jay. What is your overall thoughts on this trash?
Well, as a very optimistic and very kind person on this panel here, you're right, DL. I think the initial idea of a cinematic universe of Spider-Man characters, not adjacent to Spider-Man and all that stuff is a pretty dumb idea. I agree with that. But I always try to look at the positive things, whenever I think of these cinematic universes and all that stuff. They're stupid. Out of all the dumb universes that they have so far, I heard they were gonna make a freaking Sherlock Holmes universe based on the Robert Downey Jr. movies on HBO Max. I'm like,
oh my god,
what the fuck?
That went nowhere. That went nowhere. They just said they want to make a Sherlock Holmes 3, and there you go. And then what else? All that old stuff. And now, I would say I think a Sony Spider-Man universe would work unless you pull the execution off. It's all about the execution. It's like, sure, yeah, El Muerto movie, a character that nobody knows, like who got 2 comics, mind you, is a pretty stupid idea. But execution, if you pull it off, it could work. But I don't. It's so far with the Madam Web, this doesn't seem to wow me. But going into this movie, like you said, I like the first Venom movie. It's just dumb, stupid fun. I like dumb, stupid fun. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with liking dumb, stupid fun. I actually, like I said, I like the movie, and I'm not gonna go in there and attack people for liking it. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Tired of being. I'm tired of being nice at this point. But go ahead.
Well, we gotta be nice, We gotta be positive, We only live so long. I'm trying to live out a good speaking lesson. I don't know what the fuck I'm going with this.
You're like the yin to my yang right now. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. I'm the yin to your yang. Going into this, I was expecting what I was gonna expect. You know, it's just Venom, all this crazy dumb shit going on, and that's all that good stuff. Um, and then after watching this movie, I still enjoyed it, but I there's just maybe like marginally less, but I still enjoyed the movie at what it was. You know, it's there. Let's see what we got. Okay. The runtime, I do say is pretty short, but it's kind of a weird thing. Like, okay, some parts are paced well, some of it is just like they just quickly rushing, like brushing past through, and it's kind of like I don't know where this movie ends up really, because it's the pacing gets a little wonky, and I just wanted to do that. And I heard they were saying, oh, they cut off 20 minutes of scene, which I don't think that's even true. Whenever you hear a movie that has like cuts parts in it, I'm sure they have, but like saying, oh yeah, this movie had 40 minutes of footage, I'm like, that's bullshit. Come on now.
I mean, it does
Well,
feel like stuff is missing though.
it kind yeah, it does. But then again, but you're mostly just here for Venom's antics and stuff. The Venom Carnage fight, awesome. That I like that fight. The Shriek was, I forgot Shriek was in the movies half the time, because she was just in that jail cell, and then once Carnage broke her out, and then she's just all hell breaks loose, and then oh yeah, why are they husband and wife, but her power is loud noises.
Well, they got
It
together
doesn't.
before he got Carnage.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it from a comics thing? Because I was like, what the hell?
Oh, I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay. Let's see what. Oh, my bad. Someone was texting me. Okay, what was? Oh yeah, and let's see. Andy Serkis. Okay, Andy Serkis. Hold on. When I think of Andy Serkis is really. I love Andy Serkis. He's
He's
great,
a great actor. Great actor.
great actor. And what was it? I think this is like his. Was it his second? Oh no, this is actually his third movie.
Yeah.
Third movie directing, and then he's doing a movie like a remake of Animal Farm, which is wild to me. He's doing that.
That's interesting.
He's doing that. His direction, don't. I will agree. I don't really notice much. Like when we think of Andy Serkis, you think of visual effects, and the visuals are not very like. I think they feel a little less like the first one. I feel, cause
Really?
well, some parts, some of it just. I think the way the film is shot, the way it kind of looks. Some of it looks gray. Some of it looks kind of a little. What's the word I was gonna look for? A little cheap. Cheap. I can't say cheap because it's like this is $110 million movie, but it looks just a little off to me. I can't think of words right now because I'm just trying to be professional here. But I don't notice his directing, honestly, because I know I've watched Mowgli, and when I think of him like doing CG work, because you would think like heavy CG work, this has a lot of CG work going on, but when I think of Andy Serkis, I think of a lot more professionalism. When you think of Caesar, Mowgli, Gollum, this was just a bunch of googly gobs fucking each other up, and that's it. Um, but all in all, I mean, there's really not much to really say. I mean, look, okay, okay, you mentioned the dumb shit, like the dumb. Okay, Eddie and Venom having this little fight in the apartment was amusing. The whole, and then them breaking off. Okay, that one was that one was very like early 2000s like sequel vibes where they characters like have a breakup, like a third act breakup, a bunch of like stretch up to like an hour and a half. Like it's like, oh, okay, we're doing this, huh? And then the part when Venom was in the freaking rave concert, and it was just, oh no, and for me it almost felt like he was saying his feelings out to Eddie, like he loves him. Like
Oh,
I loved him once. I'm a free man now. It's like, okay, that's a thing. A lot of, it's not like they're like, they're not really that funny, but they're amusing. I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of just watch through this stuff, and I don't feel cringed by them. They just feel okay. This is amusing to watch. But all in all, this was just, it's a bit of a step down, a teeny bit, but I still really do think this is a very enjoyable film. Like the first one. I like the first one a little bit more because there are a lot of more, I guess, I don't know if you don't like this DL, memorable moments, quote unquote, to you.
I mean, to be fair, one of the few positives I will give to this movie, I do think there are some moments that are more entertaining than the first film, as far as set pieces.
Yeah, right. The set pieces are pretty good. Yeah, they're and like I said, the fights great. And I think the biggest thing, and we'll get to this later. The biggest thing is just that people only talked about this movie because of the post credit scene, and then what movie comes after that. That's really it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, but enjoyable film. I enjoyed it. They're, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really want to attack people for liking this, for liking these movies, because it's feel icky for doing that. So I mean,
Okay, I just I just want to let me just make this clear. I'm saying all this for entertainment purposes. I don't actually like I'm not actually blaming if this is what if you do enjoy this film, that is fine. That is completely fine.
now
Yeah,
I know
it's all
you're I
good.
know you. Yeah, I know you're making entertaining. I know you're making it like entertaining purpose. I'm just saying this just from a personal perspective. So I'm not shaming you or nothing, DL. I'm not shaming.
It is though what's my serious thoughts about it though, it is still frustrating like how this movie made so much money and and people are surprised that it got to this point. That's legit my thoughts. Like I am like it is frustrating that like there's franchises like this that are still continuing on, but then there are other universes that that aren't succeeding right now, like the Universal Monsters, which is a universe that I really want them to try again.
Which I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be against that. And what? Oh, hold on. What was I about to say again? Um, shit. I had a freaking brain fart. You can come back to me.
Okay, but let's go to you, Darkness. What did you think about Venom? Let There Be Carnage.
All right. First things first, I will say, I don't remember a whole lot about Venom Let There Be Carnage. I was going to rewatch it, but I didn't have time to because there was some stuff I had to take care of. But one of the things I will say about this film is that it definitely was not, it wasn't that good. I will tell you that right now. There were times when I was watching this movie, I'm like, okay, why am I supposed to care about that? Like the whole thing with what you're talking about with Shriek or whatever her name, if I got the name right. Correct me if I got the name right.
Yeah, it's Shriek.
Okay, it is Shriek. Okay. Again, it's been a long time since I've like rewatched that film. But so the whole thing between her and Carnage, I didn't hate it, but it was like I don't really care for it. Like it was just there. I'm like, whatever. But the one thing I remember the most of this film is when Venom gets scared and he hides. And he's like, "Oh, we need to run away. Eddie, we have to go. I'm scared of him." And it's Carnage.
That's
dead.
why he's a red one.
He's a red. Wait, what?
Yeah. That's all like one of the biggest things I remember from the film. I was like, what the hell is this? Here's the other thing that really gets on me when it comes to these films, when it's like, oh, the name of the film is like, has to do with like the character that a certain like puts on, and then they're the hero of the day or whatever, like secret identity shit like that. Like it's your alter ego sort of thing. Like, for example, like when you go to a Batman movie, you expect to see like Bruce Wayne as Batman a high majority of the film, which is what the Batman did very well. You're expecting to see something like that. In Venom Let There Be Carnage, it's the other way around. It's not Venom taking on the bad guy. Venom just says, "Oh no, you take him on," and it's Eddie trying to like run away. And that's the other thing that really gets on my nerves when it's like with a lot of these superhero films. It's because it's like when they say like, "Oh, this is this superhero film on this certain character, you're here to see," like they market it so much as where it's like, "Oh, you're here to see that this character that they are right now, this hero or villain." But then when they change it up and it's like, "Oh, it's actually kind of not really about the hero or villain you came to see. It's about the person that is behind it," sort of like, so to speak. And that's what I really don't like about one of the issues I had with the last Venom film, and one of the issues I had with this film, because that's what they were kind of doing. I even had issues with Moon Knight and with Batman the Telltale Story Season 2, even though a lot of people absolutely adore it. That's one of the issues I do have with Telltale Season 2. But other than that, though, I mean, yeah, this film is just really bland, dull, just didn't really have me interested. And I remember like I remember when I like I didn't really care for the I'll be honest, I forgot what the post-credit scene was, to be honest, because that's how long it's been. So
Don't worry, we'll break that down.
yeah, because just everything in that, like in Venom Let There Be Carnage, just I thought I was kind of like a little like, okay, what the fuck is this with the first Venom film? This one even made me like even more like just made me like just not even care for anything. Like I was just like, I don't give a fuck about a lot of this, like about Venom Let There Be Carnage. And then I walk out. I remember walking out of the theater. I literally didn't even remember anything. The only thing I remember was Venom like hiding, but then Eddie, and he's like, "Eddie, we have to run," and he's like fucking running away from Carnage and shit. It's like, dude, what? You're scared? What the fuck? Like, huh?
Yeah. Character assassination, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Venom reverted back to a pussy.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be real, guys. There isn't too much to say about this movie because not much happens.
Yeah.
I'm not even being facetious. There's not really any major moments, like shocking moments in this movie. There's not a lot of plot. So I'm gonna try and talk about some things, I guess.
The prison fight?
That's probably the best. That's probably the best sequence in the entire movie is Carnage, ransacking the prison and breaking out.
That was pretty cool. I forgot about that too.
Why? You know what? I think the prison fight. I mean, I think the prison fight might be better if it was rated R.
Yeah,
because you would see Carnage break out, grabbing people, ripping people apart. I don't know what the hell was up with that dude with the tongue thing. I was like, did he just what?
Oh, he just tongue throwing that guy. I'm like, whoa, what the heck?
I was like, well, okay, that was creepy. That was creepy, and that was kind of like, I was creepy as hell. Like, I was like, okay, that's. little freaky.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, oh my god, you're making me
Yeah.
remember now. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like,
Man.
oh,
It was
And
just like,
then,
yeah.
I was like, wait, I don't remember Carnage learning did some
Turning
Ninjago
into a
shit when he turned tornado.
turn into a twister. I'm like, what the heck?
Like, where did that come
god, yeah.
from? That is like some Ninjago shit. Like, he just turns around and turns into a tornado.
Symbiote abilities unexplained, folks.
Yeah. The powers of a red one. But it was cool when she was taking down helicopters and police cars, and there's a one sequence where Shriek and Cletus was driving the car, and then Carnage was using his tentacle things to help it like hover over the police cars and whatever. That was a cool sequence.
Yeah.
You know what? The more you think about it, I just don't. There's really not much to talk about. It's like,
I told you.
What?
Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
there's
wow,
nothing
I'm
that
like,
really that's really like amazing about this film.
I remember this movie pretty well. I was just like, okay, so there was the beginning. Oh wait, okay, hold on. The beginning of the movie where it was set in the 90s when they were showing the flash young Cletus and young Shriek. I remember this is like, so you have a different actor playing a young Cletus, but for some reason his voice sounds like Woody Harrelson. So they actually have Woody Harrelson doing the voice of young Cletus. I'm like, why? That
yeah,
is so stupid. That is
they don't.
unnecessary.
Yeah, like the voice dubbing was so ridiculous, and then the younger like actresses, they don't look that young compared to Woody Harrelson and hold on, what's the actress name that played Shriek?
Naomi Harris.
Naomi Harris. They don't look that young compared to them, and like, oh, that was so dumb.
I was like, wait a minute, it's like I have to wonder during production of like the beginning of that scene in the movie, like, are the actors like, do they sound like different? Is the dude playing Cletus have this big deep booming voice in real life? Be like, hey, I'm here to play Cletus, and then Naomi Harris just sounds like.
Man, it must be be something. Like I don't.
So, or they think the audience is that stupid and just be like, hey, let's get Woody Harrelson to voice young Cletus and Naomi Harris to voice young Shriek. So we actually know, these are the young version of these characters, you guys.
I wouldn't put it past them if that was the reason. They think the audience is stupid.
I'm like, yeah, we know he's Cletus. He's in a freaking facility. I'm like, whatever.
I'm like, okay. So there is some intrigue with Cletus that could have been interesting, because there's that one little like this animated flashback kind of like when Cletus was a kid. He pushed what was it, his grandmother down the stairs or something, and then that was his grandmother.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. Oh my god.
Pushed his grandmother down the stairs.
Scene. My god.
Oh yeah, like that was some really dark stuff, and then like electrified his mother while she was in the bathtub, and so when they were showing glimpses of the psyche of Cletus as a serial killer, that could be some very interesting stuff that they dove into, but that was the extent of his development. It's right there. Like,
oh no, you go ahead, man.
It's just they don't do enough with it. He like I don't know. It felt like they wanted to go deeper into that, but it's like they couldn't go too dark because it's PG-13. You know,
Right. They didn't want to risk that route of being PG-13, but yet weirdly they made was it more? Oh fuck, I forgot what movie. But yeah, weirdly Craven's gonna be rated R.
Which
yeah. What? Why
Yeah.
are they? Why did they wait until Craven to make a rated R film?
I was gonna say
Yes.
more. I was gonna say Morbius, but I just remembered like yeah, Morbius
that
was
wasn't
PG.
that
Yeah,
wasn't rated
Morbius
R.
PG-13. That's
Yeah,
another one that should have been rated R, which we will talk about next week. But yeah, it's just I don't understand that. Like, you have these characters that are gruesome, dark characters. Venom eats people. Morbius is a vampire, and you're trying to make that family friendly. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I guess they want to sell toys. They're like, is there any Morbius toys out there?
I don't think I've seen one Morbius toy. There probably
actually,
is some, but I have never seen any.
Yeah,
There is
I don't think they ever made Morbius toys, to be honest with you.
there is a hot toy of Morbius. I remember. I watched the video.
Oh, really?
There was a hot yeah.
Really?
There was a hot toys of Morbius. They're charging you $250 for that bitch.
Oh my god.
They wasted money making that toy.
Yeah, I'm not even interested in that. I'm planning on getting me some freaking hot toys of Peacemaker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, freaking. There's one I want to get of like freaking the Hot Toys, Zack Snyder, Justice League, Black Suit
Oh,
Superman,
man.
and Nightmare Batman.
Oh,
I want to
sounds
get
like
that
shit.
shit.
They didn't even
I'm
make
s-
Funko Pops for Morbius.
Yeah.
And like I would rather get Funko Pops like I would rather get Funko Pops of the Marvels than more.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Is there a more Funko Pop Morbius? Actually, there is, but not based on the movie. It's just comic book versions of the characters, not the
Good,
movie
because that's the
version.
better version.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just they wasted Woody Harrelson. They wasted the potential of this character being a serial killer. Like
They fucked him up big time.
they seriously did, and it's such a shame. And like they end up killing him off too. So any chance of them like expanding on him in other films, they just wasted him. They wasted him.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now. What if Sony does something that they did that? Okay, if you played the campaign of Modern Warfare 3, you know where I'm gonna go with this. If Sony makes the decision of Woody
no.
Harrelson saying, "Oh, I wasn't really there. That's just a doppelganger," or some shit like that, and then he pops up in the Sinister Six movie, or if Sony does the whole Spider-Man villain team up shit that I jokingly pitched, if they really do that, which I
Don't give him ideas.
yeah, if they do that, oh boy, who knows? They could pull a Modern Warfare 3 and just have Woody Harrelson say, "Oh, I wasn't there when I died."
What you mean? You wasn't there when you died?
Wait, did he have like a symbiote inside his body and he grow a head? Did he grow his head back?
I could see Sony doing something like that. I mean, we all know how bad Activision is being right now when it comes to COD games. I mean, it's new low for the franchise with Modern Warfare 3, so Sony
Like,
could.
okay.
Or Madam Web can bring him from another multiverse.
Oh god.
I wouldn't put it past them because I'm waiting for a post-credit scene of that movie when it drops. Just prepare yourself for a post-credit scene of Madam Web, and oh boy, I want them to shoehorn something so bad.
I'm preparing myself for the bullshit.
Cletus Cassidy, it's Cletus Cassidy coming in saying, I want you to go here because your fate is not yet done. You gotta be here, and your fate ends here, so you gotta fulfill that.
So, okay, like
Madam Web comes in and is like, Cletus Cassidy, I need you to form a team and kill Spider-Man.
Oh my god! Then he joins Vulture and Morbius.
Yep, there you go.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
man!
Villain team up coming our way, folks. With Rock Punk Spider-Man instead of dropping the F-bomb and saying
I don't think that's even gonna remotely happen. That's just I don't know. That's
I don't
just
think
whatever.
Sony will ever make a rated R Spider-Man movie. I don't think that'll ever
we'll
happen.
see. You never know, Sony.
Or I mean, they could, because I remember, because I saw Logan. There's a mom. So when I went to go see Logan, I came out the theater to grab something to drink while the previews to grab something while the previews were going on. There was a mom and her two boys walking into that same theater to go see Logan.
That's good parenting right there.
Yeah.
Well, depending how the boys were raised, and well,
Yeah.
Deadpool's. Well, I can see Deadpool because it's funny shit. Kids love cussing. kids,
Sure do.
kids love cussing, I guess.
Yeah.
Except for I don't know about the sex scene. We'll see about that. I don't know about that.
Come on.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know,
Like,
man.
I don't know. That's like that's a little iffy.
Man, I'm not a parent myself, but I can imagine it is so awkward to watch a movie with a sex scene right next to your kid. Like watching a sex scene with
I
your kid.
was I was sick. I was 16 when that movie came out. I was with my uncle. It came out like February 12th. That's like the day when it came out. And I saw it with my uncle and my 9-year-old cousin. So when that sex scene came in, I covered his eye. I
As you should.
Yep, I am your older cousin. Your life is better.
Man.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So, is there anything to talk about? Or you
Well,
ready to
yeah.
talk about the big post-credit scene?
Hold on. There's
Yeah.
a couple of things that
Make me remember what they are, because I forgot.
yeah, there's a couple of things in this movie that I just need to call out because they are so insufferably stupid. So the whole reason why we have Carnage in the first place is because for some reason Eddie Brock thinks he's going to get some sort of scoop from Cletus. When clearly he is baiting this stupid ass motherfucker to come over here.
Oh, my
Are you
God.
dumb? He goes to see Cletus numerous times and pretends to be his friend. Why?
10 out of 10 writing for you, folks.
Eddie Brock is literally the epitome of those freaking scoopers you see on Twitter. That's literally what he is. He's literally one of those he's literally one of those scoopers, like
The
those
Daniel RPK of the Sony universe.
Oh my god! No, wait, DL, you really blow my mind now. I just realized this now. It's coming back now. He just
Eddie owes Cletus nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Why do you keep going back to him? Even
'Cause
Venom warned you not to go there. He owes him nothing. And because he went to go see him, and then also Venom's being freaking stupid for attacking Cletus out of nowhere. And then, yeah, of course he got the mixture of Scipio and his blood, and that's how Carnage was created. Eddie and Venom are stupid in this movie.
Oh my god. That's
That
the writers they bring in for you.
You should have let him die without a
Who was-
word.
I wonder who wrote this movie. Let's see. All right. Kelly Marcel, the 50. She has wrote. Kelly Marcel, who wrote 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my
First
God.
Venom.
Oh.
50 Shades of Grey. Saving Mr. Banks. I love that movie. What the hell? How do you go from that to that? Okay.
Yeah, one of these things just
That's
doesn't
weird.
belong here.
Okay, so she wrote Saving Mr. Banks. Great movie. 50 Shades of Grey. That's a downgrade. Venom, the first one. Let There Be Carnage. and she's writing and directing the third one.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
my god.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Oh man, 3's gonna suck.
She better deliver with 3 or else
You think she's
gone.
gonna deliver after the first 2?
I'm just saying she better deliver with the third one or else not only is the Venom kind of gonna be over, but she's gonna be kind of gone from the Sony universe.
And oh no, this is her directorial debut.
Oh
Yeah. Do you remember the last time writers for films made their directorial debut? Blade
Simon
Trinity,
Kim-
Dark Phoenix, anybody?
And especially never, if you're a director, don't let your first movie be a $150 million blockbuster. Most of the time it didn't work.
yeah. Oh gosh.
They don't know. It's like I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna like, you could have just kept, you know. I know it's a little too early to tell, but Ruben Fleischer's there.
I don't even think Ruben Fleischer could have saved it. Man.
Or you know what? You could have just asked Kevin Feige some advice.
Oh, they didn't want to ask Kevin Feige not diddly squat. They're like, we could do it ourselves. We made some of the best Spider-Man movies, so screw them. We can do it ourselves.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the best Spider-Man movies. Yeah, the ones directed by Sam Raimi. The two Spider-Verse movies made by Phil Lord and Sony Animation. Three Spider-Man movies made at Marvel. I mean, come on. I mean, they have actual people working them. We're working on them. Actual respected names.
Yeah, exactly. Like when people want to throw that argument that Sony did make some of the best Spider-Man movies, Joe Capia, but they got some good.
He did say that.
Yes, it's like
that.
making the argument that but you can trust Sony to an extent because they made some of the best Spider-Man movies. Yeah, because they actually got some good filmmakers and film auteurs and respected people in the industry to make those movies. This is not the case for the Sony films.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And not to mention, Avi Arad is just
Avi Arad needs to go away. Go away.
He is oh god, like when it comes to producers, like Avi Arad and freaking Lorenzo. You ever heard of Lorenzo de Bonaventura?
Yeah.
That dude, on a side note, that dude is the dude who produced all those Transformers movies. Dude is in denial. He thinks Rise of the Beast is a prequel, even though Stephen Cable Jr. said it's a reboot. That dude is in denial.
God.
My God.
That dude is in denial. He's been asked, he's been on these he was on the premiere of Rise of the Beast. One of the guys asked Stephen Cable Jr., is this a reboot or a sequel? And then he was going to answer until Lorenzo came in. It's a prequel. I'm like,
it's clearly not a prequel.
Who says you?
God.
Who says? And then he's trying to say that the upcoming animated film is also a prequel, even though Chris Hemsworth is the voice of Optimus Prime. Even though they got different people.
Which I will say this about Transformers 1, that and Deadpool 3 are literally the only two things I'm excited for this year when it comes to movie content. So Transformers 1 better deliver, and we better get a trilogy out of that to where they build up. It's a 3 trilogy, keep people invested in Transformers, and then you end it. People are still going to be invested in there as long as that's still going on. But after part 3, people are going to kind of leave out and just say yeah, Transformers is kind of not going to be the same. But keep that in. That way you can give us some glimmer of hope that, hey, Transformers isn't totally doomed. But yeah, just hopefully it's a 3-part trilogy, like Spider-Verse at least, and
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be good. Deadpool 3, excited as fuck for that. Everything else though, superhero related, when it comes to the movies, I don't really care for. The only thing DC related I'm excited for this year is Penguin. That's it.
And I haven't seen the trailer yet. I just saw it on my phone. Holy shit, I haven't watched it yet.
Do
Shit.
not care.
What? Trailer of what?
Wait, isn't there a Penguin trailer that dropped?
I don't
Wait,
know.
wait, what? No way.
I'm sorry.
No way. Wait,
Hold
whoa.
on. Oh no. It's called The Regime. I was looking at it differently. I'm sorry.
Oh my! You got my hopes up. I'm like, oh fuck no way, Penguin trailer. Yeah.
I'll be honest with the Penguin thing. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm not like super excited about it. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think Colin Farrell's Penguin was great. So
Oh, he was amazing.
Right.
yeah, and I definitely don't care about Joker for the I don't care. At all.
Wait, was it the
Yeah,
Filet mignon. I don't know.
Flaming Hot Cheetos?
Yep.
I don't know.
Roman, I don't even know who you are. Who is Roman? Do y'all know who Roman is?
I've seen him
pops
around
in it.
before.
I've seen him around. I don't know. He said, "Hey, can we do an anime podcast?" I'm like, "Oh no." I was like, he's like, "Who?"
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have an anime podcast because I am not a hardcore anime fan like that. I watch anime, but I don't know half the anime that even my friends know. They have an encyclopedia of anime that I don't know about. And
Right.
also, I'm sure you don't want to hear from an English dubber. So
don't watch it. Just if you're gonna do an anime podcast, just don't recommend like the ones with big titties and stuff, please.
yeah, please don't.
Oh my god.
Not those ones. I was at some. Hey sticks. I was at somebody's house and I was uncomfortable.
Oh.
Just had to look at the TV. I'm like, why do you have this on? I question you as a person.
It's a person of interest.
It's not hentai, I promise.
Semi
But,
hentai.
Yeah, depending. Okay.
Just not that much to say.
Yeah, there's some sequelitis going on. We see She Venom again. I'm like, I did not want to see She Venom again.
Oh, right.
At least-
she did pop back in.
Yep. At least they didn't do the weird kissing scene.
Oh.
But Venom making breakfast, that was disgusting.
Okay, that was
And
that
him
was pretty
trying
funny.
to sing, oh, that was awful to my ears.
Oh, now you're making me remember that. Oh.
First of all,
No.
can I also say, Tom Hardy voicing Venom got worse in this film. Now he fully sounds like Jim Carrey's Grinch in this movie. Like, full on. He's not even trying to be Venom anymore. He is phoning it in. And like, man, like hearing him try to sing in that voice, oh my god. What god.
When it comes to
You
his
want to be
voice,
full on hands-on like The Rock.
like
If you know, you know.
when it comes to his voice, like even in the theater when I saw this, it's like you don't even know what the hell he's saying. Because
Exactly.
it's all I'm like, and then also the fact that I don't know if you remember what happened in your theater, because I remember whenever they like the music would play, it's so blaringly loud. It's like it's
when they're fighting each other in the apartment, like they're blaring the loud
the
loud.
freaking loud score in the background. I'm like, I should be hearing all the punches and all that stuff, not the like that, all this loud shit in the background. Just like, I was like,
Oh my god.
And that's another dumb scene too. First of all, Eddie, you stupid. Why are you trying to fight a symbiote that's inside you? You're clearly gonna lose that fight. Why? Why are you trying to have fisticuffs with the symbiote? You are stupid. Anyway.
It's like a
Creative writing. That's
And
creative
then-
writing for you when it comes to Sony.
Yep. And then when they separate, and then he goes from one person to the next, and because obviously none of the other people are compatible with Venom like Eddie is, so I'm glad they at least kept consistency with that. But then when he eventually goes to that stupid rave, I'm like, what am I watching? What the heck is going on?
God, I have no idea. I don't know what they were thinking.
okay. That part was a little. I will admit that was a little weird because when he was just in the rave concert, it's like, it's like I don't know what he said. Like, I am a free man. I am. It sounds like an emancipation. Like, what the hell are they talking about?
Okay, first of all, here's another thing that doesn't make any sense. So the whole time they're fighting, that Eddie won't let him eat people, even though they made an agreement at the end of the first movie that they will eat criminals, right? That's their agreement. But for some reason, Eddie doesn't want to now. Even though, okay, they made that little thing that, the FBI and them are after them, so he wants to, ease off on that. But even still, he has to eat people at some point. He can't just eat tater tots and chocolate all day. So they established that. Okay, so since Venom broke free of Eddie, right? And he can do whatever he wants. And he's going from one person to the next because they're not fully compatible with Eddie. Why doesn't he just eat everybody in that place right then and there? Because he's an anti-hero, man. He's a good guy. He doesn't eat people that don't deserve it. This is how stupid it is, making Venom an anti-hero, because it doesn't make sense. He has to eat people in order to survive.
Then, well, I can see Sony deciding, you know what, hey, this big film that we're trying, quote unquote, to build up to, that's when Venom's gonna start eating people. And then everyone's gonna be okay and not care about it.
And I'm guessing Carnage doesn't need to eat people because he hasn't eaten one person in that movie. He kills people, of course, effortlessly, but apparently he doesn't need to eat anybody to survive either.
Well, everyone at
'Cause that makes
Sony
sense.
made this whole confusing.
Yes, only Sony with their incredible writing team can
Yeah.
make stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
if
maybe
you've been seeing what's going on with Daredevil Born Again, you know that what they got involved, those writers would knock it out of the fucking park if Sony hired them. But no, Sony has to do what they want to do. And plus, I don't think anyone from Daredevil Born Again wants to work with the Sony Marvel Universe because of how bad it is.
yeah, exactly.
So get ready for Daredevil Born Again to completely wipe away everything Sony has planned.
Yeah, even with Echo that we didn't love, but still 20 times better than anything that they're doing with the Sonyverse right now.
Yeah.
And that may be a hot take for people. Let me put it up for all you Venom lovers out there. I like the first Venom. It was good. Hot take: Echo's better than all these Sonyverse movies. You got me there.
That's kind of a very cool take. So I don't know. I like Echo. Like, that's a pretty cool take if coming from me. So,
but yeah, man, I just can't. I can't with this. The Venom and Carnage fight, it was better than the Venom and Riot fight in the first movie because it was a bunch of gloopity glop fighting a bunch of gloopity glop. At least
And they didn't like stick together or anything like
together
that.
and like merge into one and all the weird stuff. Like, no, it was a tangible fisticuffs with Venom and Carnage. So good on them.
Right.
Cinema.
That was a clap. That was a clap. That wasn't what you think.
I mean, it kind of
Uh,
sounded like. I'm kidding.
Oh, you had to make it dirty. You had to make it dirty, man.
Well, you all went quiet.
so-
So like,
All
Sorry.
right. All right.
had
All
to.
right. Anyway, um, the cop was the cop. Once again, like they tease at like a there's backstory between him and Shriek that doesn't go anywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The one cop dude that he kind of like that she fucked his ear up or whatever. I'm like, and then whatever the hell happened at the end when he, what the hell did he even do to him? I'm like, what did she even like? She beat the shit out of him, and then his eyes was glowing at the end. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, what was all that about? Like, what was that?
well, he got a symbiote inside him, but it's like, so she beats you up. But we never saw a transfer, so
That's what I'm talking about. Where it feels like stuff was missing. Like it feels like something happened there that made it make sense, but it got cut out. Like I don't understand it. Okay, Roman wants me to acknowledge his comment. Drew Goddard is directing MCU Spider-Man 4. John Watts is gone. Well, we already knew John Watts is gone. He's going to do Fantastic Four. What did Drew Goddard do?
Drew, he did the movie Bad Times at the El Royale. That was let me see, Drew Goddard. I think he did episodes of Daredevil.
oh, did he really?
Let me see. Yeah, he did. He did the first 2 episodes of Daredevil, the 6th episode of The Defenders, and then he wrote World War Z. He directed he directed The Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
He wrote Cloverfield.
Oh, okay.
He wrote The Martian.
Oh, okay.
And then he wrote and directed Bad Times at the El Royale. And he also is an executive producer on 10 Cloverfield Lane. So he's got a pretty good.
Okay, he got a good track record there.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I think at first he was gonna do like I heard at the time that Sony wants him to do Sinister Six, which which it's interesting, but that was at the time after Tasm 2 was released, so there you go.
Oh, this was the Amazing Spider-Man. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, this was after that. This was before Venom and shit like that. I mean, I don't know what he's really been doing.
okay. Well, I think
There's a
Spider-Man.
little hope for the Sinister Six movie. I mean,
Man, if Spider-Man ain't in it, I don't care. And I'm talking about Tom Holland Spider-Man. If he ain't in it, I don't care. Also, actually, you know what? No. If we have Morbius and this version of Kraven and this version of Venom, and like, no, I don't care about the Sinister Six at all.
I don't think anyone will.
No. Like, if you're going to make Sinister Six, they need to be developed in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. You have Scorpion, and you haven't used him once.
And you know what? To your point, though, D, I'll say this right now: if you're going to be building up to the Sinister Six, why not have all of this be in the MCU and work with Marvel and Kevin Feige on doing that?
Because they don't want to share the profits.
You know, Sony, if you guys did that, maybe there would be some interest. Maybe you guys would kind of thrive and succeed, and people would be interested in it with proper development of a lot of the Sinister Six characters until we get to the Sinister Six movie within the MCU. If Sony does that, there's hope, and that would be done very much better.
This is what kind of breaks my mind. Like, Sony is a very perplexing company at this point. Because well, any studio is perplexing with their decisions and choices, but Sony is kind of like the one that stands out. You know, when it comes to Spider-Man, like, well, not just Spider-Man, but their other franchises, of course. You remember they did trying to do a 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover? Remember that shit?
Oh God!
Yeah,
I vaguely.
Yep, that was gonna be a thing, and that was that got canceled. So good. But they had okay. So when it comes to Spider-Man, you have these movies here, which they're guilty pleasures for me, but I can get why people don't like them. They're just they just seem just pretty pointless if they're not part of the MCU. But then you have, but then you have their animation division, who just puts out gold after gold after gold with Spider Verse, and then they got Phil Lord and Chris Miller like just knocking him out of the park.
Right.
So they got a good animation division. Like, they know what the fuck they're doing. So it's just like, why don't you just make, they're good movies like those Spider-Verse films? Like I've been saying, like make those the main films. They're making them the most amount of money and like.
Yeah, make a Into the Spider-Verse cinematic universe.
Like
that would be dope.
I would watch it
with 2099. Do a spin-off with Spider-Gwen. Do a spin-off with India Spider-Man.
Spider-Punk. I would want a Spider-Punk movies. That would be awesome. Like you got all these different Spider-Men in those movies. Like, bro, they would have like endless movies of just endless cash in their pockets. Like you can tell different stories, different types of stories with Spider-Man, but in a different universe. That can get people to be interested and get them to make more money.
Exactly.
Come on, bro. Like, this isn't rocket science. Like,
yes.
Come on. Like, you can have Venom is like their highest grossing movies in this universe. I mean, sure, he's a popular character, but like, is anybody like gonna be in line with costumes for Madam Web?
No.
Oh God.
It's just diminishing returns at this point because Let There Be Carnage made significantly less than the first film. Morbius bombed. This most likely, Madam Web will most likely bomb. We'll see how Craven does, but that's probably going to underperform as well. So it's like,
according to Box Office Pro, this movie's supposed to make $25 million in its 6-day opening weekend.
Oh my God! Get out of here, bro! What? No.
Yep, it's over, bruh. It's over, man.
Yeah, prepare to be disappointed, guys.
But I heard the damn thing. But the most damning thing is that this movie cost $90 million. This doesn't look a shit like $90 million to me.
So this costs more than Morbius.
Wait, no, I think it's $80 million, but that's more than Morbius.
That's more than Morbius.
Oh my God!
It looks like it was made for $500,000. But trust me, Roman. I have not forgotten. Yes, 4 and 5 has been very disappointing, and
they have a chance to come back, though. They got a chance.
Yeah, they do. Hopefully, they will get their act together. But I'm just saying, as far as Drew Goddard being a director for Spider-Man, I think that is a good choice. And Echo, even though I have my issues with it, it is a step in the right direction. So I think they will treat Daredevil seriously because, as I said before, Daredevil, as far as his appearances in the MCU so far, have been treated very, very good. Now we have to see how they treat Kingpin because that's still like, but
well, I mean, based off of what we've been getting from the Daredevil Born Again set photos and just what's been going on with the show being completely rewritten, certain characters that we didn't think were going to be coming back in the original before the rewrites are now coming back. Confirmed to be technically season 4 with the Daredevil show from the Netflix being connected to Born Again and all of this being connected within the MCU. So there's a lot of hope going into Born Again, and I hope it's good, and it most likely will be good. People are gonna be excited for it, no matter what.
I better not see Kingpin in his bed going, "What did you do to me? What did you do?
Yeah.
I want my mommy."
oh my gosh.
Oh God,
But then before Born Again, we got Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3.
I'm excited as fuck for, man. And it comes out the day before my birthday, by the way. So
That's
that's
a great birthday movie too.
Yep. So I mean, hey, it's gonna be a very interesting.
Happy birthday,
week.
Darkness. We got you Deadpool 3. Let's
Yeah.
kick some ass.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So I mean, hey, so Deadpool 3, then after that, Born Again coming out, I think the year after. There's rumors going around that Born Again may be releasing this year. I have no idea if that is true or not, so take that with a grain of salt.
I would, if that, I would wait. I would say like maybe next year. I want them to, I want them to cook, to put that bitch in the oven, cook it, wait it out, come out crispy as possible.
Yep, come out crispy. And then it's gonna be goated. So yeah, hopefully I would like it to come out this year. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd want to get it. I really want it, but it's like if they gotta take their time, they gotta take their time. They gotta delay to 2025. They gotta delay to 2025. They gotta delay to 2025. It is what it is.
Yep. Let's just hope they don't wait till 2035 like Blade.
Oh God. Well, or Avengers Secret Wars, that's gonna possibly get delayed to 2029.
Jesus Christ. We're gonna have 4 Avatar movies by then.
Yep.
Oh my.
Prepare for the wait, folks, for the big finale. This is gonna be technically the next Flash situation.
Back in the day when I was a little youngling, I witnessed the release the announcement of Phase 4, 5, and 6. Now in the age of 39, I get to see the final one of the multiverse.
In theaters.
It's been 83 years.
It's been 83 years. Oh my God. Imagine it'd be that bad. Like, wow.
Yeah. Oh.
Dang. I don't know what would be longer, the wait for Blade or the wait for GTA 6.
Oh,
I think GTA 6 will come out before Blade.
Yeah.
Who wants to place their bets? Which one's coming out first?
Oh, GTA 6 is coming out first, baby.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this movie. Is there anything else y'all want to bring up before we talk about the mid-credit scene?
Mid-credit. Oh, I don't have anything else to say, but I'm dying to hear.
There's really nothing. I mean, it's like, this movie is. It's entertaining. I enjoyed it, but it's really not it's not one of those movies where you need like a 2-hour deep dive dissection. It's not made for that, honestly. It's just 90 minutes of Venom just being Venom. Or just being what this movie's version of Venom is. So it's just what it is.
Yeah, this movie definitely does not deserve an in-depth dialysis from me. But let us get into this mid-credit scene. So Eddie and Venom run away because they're fugitives. They go to this random island. Were they in Hawaii? I don't know. I don't care.
They were in Hawaii when Ezra Miller did the crimes.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh my God! That was out of pocket.
Man. But anyway, so they're in this hotel room and they're watching TV, and Venom and Eddie they have this conversation, and it leads to Venom talking to Eddie about him having infinite knowledge of different multiverses, because that's one of his powers of being a symbiote. Yeah, okay. Sure. That's
I completely forgot about that. What?
Yeah, like randomly he just says, "I have infinite knowledge from different multiverses." I see shit that you wouldn't even dream of. Like, okay, when was this established? Wait a minute. I didn't know symbiotes had like infinite knowledge of multiverses, but okay. So he's about to show Eddie like a glimpse of all the things that he knows. And then all of a sudden, this energy field like just comes out of nowhere, and they get teleported to a different multiverse. And this multiverse happens to be the MCU. They get transported to the MCU.
I remember this now.
Out of nowhere. And so when they get transported to the MCU, they're still in the same place. But then they see on TV, apparently they are there. It's the same time period as the events of Spider-Man Far From Home, and they see on TV where J. Jonah Jameson reveals to the world that Peter Parker is Spider-Man because Mysterio, knows his secrets, and then
Right.
that's what J. Jonah Jameson revealed to the world. And that's when Venom looks at the TV and is like, "That guy."
He just licks the screen like.
Licks the screen like, yeah,
I was like,
I want
I
him.
was like, damn, Venom, like, you get down like that? What the fuck?
And that's how the scene ends.
And then we get to No Way Home, and he just leaves. Like,
Yeah, they
that
what
was.
the fuck? What's the point of that then? You don't want him. You don't want to fight him, which I don't know why you would want to fight him. But then, not even that. You're just like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. Okay, on one hand, I get it. You're trying to set up the symbiote arc in the MCU with the symbiote coming off. I don't have that big of an issue with that. But it's like you say you want to fight him, but you don't even plan for a little part of yourself to be left behind. You just walk away. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this?
Honestly, at this point, that post-credit scene, it had one of my theaters just riled up. I was just like, I was like that too. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck, oh my god. And then we didn't know at that time. So 2 months later, he just bippity boppity boo out of his way back to his universe, and like, I'm like,
that was probably a Marvel Studios move too, being like, okay, yeah, no, psych, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Hey, at least we're very likely gonna get the symbiote arc within the MCU with Tom Holland's Spider-Man being kind of changing a little bit and being like kind of like with what we got with Marvel's Spider-Man 2 with him being like kind of getting a little cranky and just raising hell, beating the crap out of criminals to the point where he's like, nah.
I'm not against them changing the origin like they did in that game, but I just feel like with just the way that they're trying to build up the fact that this Venom Spider-Man fight, like, why don't you just fucking do it? Just go fucking ahead. If you want to do it, do it. You got the money to get Tom. You want Tom Holland? Get him. He's your Sony boy. He wasn't Uncharted. He always like you
mean uninspired? You mean uninspired? You mean uninteresting?
I love when you bring that up like that. He's like unfarted. It should whatever you bring on, try to be like, unfarted. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, Tom Holland is basically your studio. Whenever studios have their own little movie star, their own little actor that's mostly worked with that studio, that's Tom Holland and Sony for you. You want to just just get him. I don't know. I mean, I know it works different like that.
To be honest, like I already said before, I have no interest in seeing Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tom Hardy's Venom crossover. I do not care for that at all. If they want to do it in Secret Wars, but no.
Yeah, Secret Wars.
But like, it's just no. I think it'll be too goofy. It'll be too weird. I don't know, man. It's like I would rather them organically do the black suit story and have the MCU version of Eddie Brock be Venom, or heck, they can have Harry Osborn be Venom since they did that in the video games. Like,
Yeah.
But
just
I mean,
get Ned to be Venom. I'll take it.
No.
Now it would be funny, but at the same time, I'd be like, no.
I mean, y'all want to see him as Hobgoblin?
Oh God.
I don't. Just have Ned be Ned. I love Ned.
Yeah, just have Ned be Ned, because that's
Yeah,
what he's
just
great at.
have him be himself. Have him be his good old lonesome self.
Yeah. Why would you say this, Roman? Why would you say this? Oh,
Oh God.
See the comments he makes. Jesus Christ. Or, or you know what? It'd be if Ned would be Venom, he would be like, I was watching porn, Carnage.
Oh my
Like,
God.
see, like this is like you want to see this really silly Venom interact with this really like naive Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, come on now, like that's gonna be so weird.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be weird. Very like, what the fuck is this? Like,
I don't know, man, but that's all I got. It's time to close this out. Overall,
Right.
this was a garbage fire. Like I can't with this movie. I don't want to watch this ever again. They wasted. Well, I already knew they wasted Venom, but they wasted Carnage. They wasted Woody Harrelson. Like I just for them to just kill him off after this. Like that tells you that they really didn't care about Carnage at all. They just put him in here, and it's just like, oh, Venom eats him. That's how you end Carnage.
fuck this guy.
But no, this is stupider than the first film. This is more illogical than the first film. This is more dull than the first film. This movie should have been rated R. There was clear brutal violence, especially from Carnage, and you could just tell that they cut out all the blood, they cut out all the gruesome stuff because they want to
Yeah.
make this PG-13. Andy Serkis, it just did nothing for him. I really wish they didn't get him to direct this because now he has a stain on his track record.
Yeah. But
Um,
he did but his reputation did redeem him when he portrayed Alfred in the Batman.
that is true. That is true.
And I can't wait to see him again in the Batman parts 2, 3, and every other time we see him in the Matt Reeves Batman universe.
That is true. That is true. Still don't like Tom Hardy as Eddie. He's doing nothing for me at all. Michelle Williams is just there. Shriek is just there. Not excited for Venom 3 at
I don't
all.
care about Venom 3, to be honest.
Not at all. And I feel so sorry for people that are still excited for it.
I
Um,
am.
You're like
This
Madam
movie's gonna
Web
be great.
and
This
just-
movie's gonna be the best one in the trilogy. This might be the one that turns everything around, and it all makes sense. Like, you gotta realize, every movie in a trilogy always has that third movie that's the best one.
yeah, because the third movie in the trilogy always is great, right?
Watch.
Oh, and-
Somehow Sony fucks Venom 3 up so bad to the point of where it's worse than not just the first one, but worse than this one.
You know, actually, to be fair, as of late, there have been some really good third installments and really good, trilogies. They've
Right.
been upping it up on the trilogy. It's the fourth movie that tends to be more questionable. Like, can they strike?
But because of what's been going on though with Sony, can they for once make a good Marvel Sony movie that in a positive way to end it off in their trilogy of the character?
Yeah, that's the thing, because this trilogy hasn't been good from the start. So, like,
Yeah.
they haven't made a good one. But and I hear
Oh.
people now, oh, but the first movie was good. The first movie was good, man.
Oh, just to before you say anything, just to lay out more of the salt in the open wound. We're getting 3 Venom movies, but not Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for that. Thank you for that. For all of you wanting Amazing Spider-Man 3 after No Way Home, just let this sink in. Let this sink in. We're not getting an Amazing Spider-Man 3, but we're getting a Venom free. Venom has a trilogy before Andrew Garfield. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. You know?
Yeah, that's
So-
Sony is the new old WB officially.
Yep. So yeah, Venom Let There Be Garbage is a D. As expected. Blue Jay.
Well, let's see. There's really not that much to say about Venom 2. Honestly, it's 90 minutes long. It's pretty fast paced. It's almost a little it's awkwardly paced sometimes, but it's not that distracting to me. But it's what it is. It's enjoyable. You know, you got the freaking you got the action. Sir Andy Serkis' directing is not that noticeable. I just think that this is just a movie he's just hired to do, a director for hire. Since he has another movie he's directing, he's still directing movies. This movie's not gonna like stop him from directing. I think he has another one.
Oh yeah, no, I do believe that
Yeah.
he'll keep directing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I call it Animal Farm. Like that's a wild one.
Yeah, Animal Farm is that's when I was shocked when you said that because I didn't even know about that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. It's crazy. Action's enjoyable. What else? That's the little antics of her Venom, and it's not really funny, but it's just amusing. It's in a way. But really, this movie is mostly just exists just to kind of just get people to butts and seats, just for that post-credit scene, just for No Way Home, which comes out 2 months after this one. So, all in all, it's not. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's that great either. Honestly, it's a bit of a step down from the first one, and because the first one, it's stupid, it's dumb. Like I said, I like stupid, dumb shit if I want to watch something just to get me through the day or whatever. This is one of them, but I enjoyed the first one a little bit more, marginally. So with that being said, I'll give this movie a very, very, very low good. 7 out of 10.
So you gave it the same rating as the first movie.
Yes. That's so fun. I forgot about that. I was like, shit, I did give it a 7. I was like, well, the difference is this is the low. The first one was just a very little good. The same rating. I didn't know.
You give it a C+ or something.
You know what? I'll give it a C. I'll give it a 6.
You give it a
It's a normal C.
Oh, you said 6? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said C+. Above. It's above average.
Okay. Darkness.
All right, I'm about to go dock in this motherfucker. All right, let's get into it. So,
Oh shit.
all right, yeah. So, all right, Venom Let There Be Carnage. Oh boy. Sony, I don't know what happened to you guys, but you guys really keep dropping the ball with a lot of your live action stuff. You really do. And Dial mentioned this in the last stream, and yeah, they're kind of worse than the old regime of WB. And I'll tell you right now, if James Gunn was looking at what Sony was doing, just a peek, he'd be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And he would cut a Rock promo on their dumbasses. That's what he would do. And then Kevin Feige as well is just like, get that away from me. I don't want anything to do with the Sony universe. I don't want to be involved with any of those projects. If they be involved with the MCU, fine. I just want good writing. but I don't want to bring anyone from the MCU over there. So, all right. Let Venom Let There Be Carnage is just another example of Sony fucking up big time. So, this movie, oh my god. And the other thing too, it's like, because of how violent Carnage was, this should have been rated R. And the fact Craven is rated R, that's when they're gonna start doing Sony Marvel films rated R, is really weird.
This
And
probably might be their only R-rated film.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if they do a Spider-Man movie in the Sony universe with all of them teaming up to take down Vulture and Morbius, and whoever joins them, they're probably gonna have Spider-Man dropping F-bombs, and it's gonna be Spider-Punk.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
With great power comes great motherfucking responsibility.
Yeah. So, that's Spider-Man villain team up coming our way, folks. That's gonna wrap up the Sony's universe. I'm just kidding. But
I feel like you are just willing this into existence the more you say it.
if it happens, I will laugh at it. I will laugh if it happens. I'll be like, oh my god, they're actually doing it. No,
I'm gonna do a supercut of the times he says this, and just like it cuts to a Deadline article saying it's actually happening. I was like, oh no, like darkness. You are a fortune teller. Stop talking. I'm kidding.
just shut it, darkness.
All right. I won't. All right, I'll stop talking about the Spider-Man Sony stuff. But when it comes to Venom, Let There Be Carnage, it is utter. This movie is pretty dull, just bad, just. Oh my god! What they did with Venom, making it, because in the last film he said he wasn't a pussy, but it's like, I'm a pussy, I'm a loser or whatever. You're denying that you are. You're saying that, like, yeah, no, you're stepping up to all the villainy and that's going on, all the bad shit that's going on around you in the end of the last film, but you become a pussy again, dude. Like,
What? There's a red one.
yeah, no, he's a red one and he hides it and he runs away. And like, what the hell? That's you're back to a pussy, dude. Sorry, but you are. And then just everything that just happened in the movie, the post-credit scene that just led to nowhere. It didn't even lead to like a fight, even a confrontation or anything. It was just, Spider-Man, yeah. And then he goes back to his universe. Like, what? You didn't even want them to fight. Like, what was the point of the post-credit scene then? Like, we could have easily just had him there in Spider-Man No Way Home without even needing to know that, oh, he's going to be in the MCU. If he's just going to be there just for, like, pleasure or, like, fan service to the Sony Venom fans. I don't know. But, yeah, but I'll tell you right now, Venom 3 does not have me interested. I'll say the same thing with Madam Web, Craven, and whatever Sony does with their big finale. Whatever they do, it doesn't interest me. The only things I'm interested in this year, none of the Marvel Sony films are on my list. The only things I'm interested in are Penguin, Deadpool 3, Transformers 1. Hell, because of how much I really despise the Marvel Sony universe right now, and because of how bad they are, and just my faith in them, I may even give Creature Commandos a shot.
It's James Gunn, so
yeah,
a reason.
I'm willing to give Creature Commandos a shot, and I'm not saying that. Oh, I'm not excited for it. It's just I don't really know them that well. It's probably going to be good, but it may not be my total cup of tea. But we'll see. I'm willing to give that a shot, though, way 10 times over than the Marvel Sony universe. So, my rating for Venom: Let There Be Carnage, 1.5 out of 5.
Whoa! Wait. Oh, terrible! Ooh.
Yes. Yep. My dark coming out, man.
I was gonna jump in and say, I want to give Venom: Let It Be Carnage an A+.
Oh, get out of here! More like unwatchable.
I was trying to be facetious. I was trying to be freaking stupid and just be like, because Darton had that long pause going, and I was thinking about clicking one of those scores and just say A+.
I would never give this movie an A+. Hell no.
Never. Not even close. Not never.
What about Venom 3?
Oh god, I'm gonna be honest. Venom 3, I really
Watchable.
well. That's for DL. I'm not watching Venom 3. I don't. Just the Marvel Sony universe just has me drained out. I'm just like, look, I'm excited for what James Gunn has in store for the DCU. I'm excited for what Matt Reeves has in store with the Batman universe. I'm excited for all the maybe rare hits we're going to be getting with the MCU. Who knows? Maybe the MCU is going to get back on track and we're going to get back to there being a bunch of amazing projects, not some of them being hits and a lot of the rest being mid or bad. If we get back to like being how the MCU was with just mainly having hits, and then on top of that with the DCU and Matt Reeves and his Batman universe all succeeding, it's going to be a win-win. I want to be up there watching all of that. The Marvel universe is dog shit. I don't care about it anymore.
Yeah, the freaking I'll say this, when it comes to movies this year, most of them aren't like comic. Well, it's Deadpool 3, obviously. It means I love the first two. I love the first two movies, but it's like when you think about it, like I say this about Transformers and Ninja Turtles back like last year. I feel like we're in this climate of comic book movies that have come out. It feels to me, this is from a personal thing, when I see movies like Transformers and Ninja Turtles in between these DC Marvel films, they feel like they stand out. Isn't that weird to say? They feel like they stand out because we haven't had a Transformers film in 5 years since Bumblebee. 5 years later, we finally got one, and feel like, oh my god, I'm actually excited about this thing.
Yep.
And because we have like every single year, we got a superhero movie, which I'm still gonna watch no matter what. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they stand out, and that's why I love movies like Transformers: Rise of the Beast, Mutant Mayhem, Mario. Like they feel like they stand out, and then one of them is a $1 billion film. Same thing here, which is like, okay, you got Transformers 1, a little anime film, and of course it's Transformers, but it's a Cybertron movie. It's like, fuck yeah, finally, it's gonna be awesome. Come on now.
That is something I've been asking for years.
I've been asking for that too. Like, bro, you got Cybertron, Cybertron games were great, and then you have other movies like, what else? So you have, there's Kung Fu Panda 4. Like, bro, it's been like,
I forgot about that. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4 is coming out next month, I think.
It's been
Godzilla
8 years.
X-Kong.
Yeah, it's been 8 years since the last Kung Fu Panda. I was like, finally, it's been almost 10 years, bro. Are you kidding me? It's like, I feel.
I love Dune.
Oh yeah, Dune. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's right, Dune Part 2.
Yeah, we're getting a lot more. Well, it's not to say we don't have much variety back, last a couple years. I feel like we're getting more variety now. It's just when it comes to these comic book films that's been dominating the box office, which, like I said, nothing against them. I just feel there's a lot more hype for these other films.
Right.
Yeah, I think we also got to keep in mind that for last year, everyone was saying, oh man, it was such a disappointment in 2023. No, it actually wasn't. There was a lot of really good movies that came out last year. It's just that everybody was so fixated on the comic book movies, and they let that cloud their judgment of all the other great movies that came out. Like, do y'all remember that March was hit after hit after hit after hit?
Dude,
yeah, I remember that.
You had we had Creed, we had Scream, John Wick, sure, we got Dungeons and Dragons, which and Shazam, those are bombs, but I mean, we got good movies consistently back to fucking back. Yep. Same thing with June. We got Across the Spider-Verse. Well, June was the big kicker for me because that was just my big month of excitement. So you got Spider-Verse, awesome. Rise of the Beast, awesome. Flash, awesome. I even saw Elemental, great movie. You had Indiana Jones. I enjoy that film. You have these movies that come out back to back, and I for me, I enjoy every single one of them. It's just that I think what they mean by disappointment is just most of them bombed.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks when with all these films that I like. I'll admit, I like The Flash, not a masterpiece, but I liked it. Same thing with Rise of the Beasts. Same thing with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I liked them, but it's like people looked at like, oh, the results, like, oh wow, they're not doing too well. They must have been bad. Oh boy, like
Box office does not reflect the quality of a film.
Yeah, I know, and I agree.
I've been saying to people, but they just keep believing what they believe. I don't know.
Yeah.
March is looking a little better now since it hasn't been like, let's see, we had Kung Fu there's Dune. Then the next week is Kung Fu.
Dune comes out next month?
March 1st.
Oh, fuck.
Holy crap. Okay, wait. Oh man. All right. I got to rewatch the first movie soon.
March 1st, March 8th, Kung Fu Panda. Let's see. Nothing much there. They give you like these gaps. Okay, so you got these little small movies, but like in terms of big movies, they give you like these gaps. So like, okay, 2 weeks from Kung Fu Panda, we have Ghostbusters. All right, cool. And then we have the next week Godzilla versus X Kong. It's like
Godzilla X Kong. Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's still like a little packed, but March is better than what we had last year.
Yeah.
So,
right.
All right.
Well, that is our tirade, rant, off-topic discussion of Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Tell us, what did you guys think about it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys hate it, or did you guys hate it?
Did you guys like it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys like it?
Or were you guys mid on it? Or were you guys mid on it? Comment your thoughts down below and let us know. How does it compare to the first Venom? Did it get you excited for Venom 3 and these other Sonyverse movies? Maybe there's some people out there that like these Sonyverse movies. Maybe they like how it's going. If there's anyone out there, let us know, I guess.
Can we have a person on Twitter that has one of those greater than X posts that Sonyverse greater than the MCU?
Change my mind.
Change my mind. I'm like, yeah,
okay,
buddy, yeah.
All right. Well, next week, the final stop before Madam Web. Tuesday night is Morbid time. We're going to be talking about Morbius. It's going to be so exciting, guys. We'll finally talk about it.
Yeah, and even though I will be out of town, I will still join. You know, I won't be having my usual computer setup and stuff like that. I will still join. I mean, depending how Tuesday goes, you know, I'll be doing just a lot of going around and all that stuff because my birthday's next Wednesday. I'm gonna do a lot of great stuff. So,
nice.
We'll see. Yep, we'll see, and that should be interesting. Talk about Morbius, and oh my gosh, I'm just looking forward to Madam Web. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how is this movie gonna turn out? Is this movie gonna change the industry? I can't say it with a straight face.
It's gonna be the biggest hit for Marvel yet. That Kevin Feige's gonna want to beg to Sony, be like, please, let us work with you.
Madam Web is going to change. It's going to make Marvel change Deadpool 3's release date.
Oh my god.
Madam Web will go down in history as one of the films of all time.
Yeah, one of the best or one of the worst.
Or the Sony universe being one of the universes of all time.
Oh boy. If you guys enjoyed this stream, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000. I definitely need to get me to 1,000 because I am putting myself through torture. Watching and reviewing these movies just for y'all entertainment. Don't forget to subscribe to Blue Jay's channel, Aqua Cinema. And yeah, that's all we had. Huh?
Yep. Oh no, I just want to let you know, hey, Aqua Cinema, I'm posting shorts now. I have 2 shorts.
Oh, nice.
I'm posting shorts now. 2,000 views each. Ain't that some shit? Wow.
2,000 views. I didn't even get the 2. Well, I got. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever got the 2,000 views. Good job, man.
Well, one of them was Madam Web that got 2,000 views, and one of them was talking about the freaking shitty Megamind TV show, and it got traction. So,
wow,
I'm getting lucky. I don't know why.
One of the most random things get views.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you, Venom fans, and we will see you guys next time. Talk to you guys later. Oh yeah!
Peace.